Mihir Kotari, and I'm going to teach you about the physics behind baking cookies.
Baking cookies involves various physics concepts, including electric power, applied force, and Newton's third law of motion. Electric power is the rate at which energy is used by an electrical device. Energy is never created or destroyed, so it has to be converted into different forms such as light and heat. The oven uses electric power to convert energy into heat, which causes the cookies to bake. The oven similarly uses electric power to power the light inside the oven. Power has four main equations. Watts are the units that are used for power, and 1 joule per second is equal to 1 watt. Power is measured in joules per second. An example of a power calculation is, your oven has a voltage of 240 volts and a resistance of 16 ohms. What's the power rating? So you know that the voltage is 240 and you know that it has a resistance of 16 ohms. So you would know that you would have to use the power equation that's voltage squared over resistance. You would do 240 squared over 16. This gives you a value of 3600 watts, which would be the power rating of the oven. An applied force is any force exerted on an object by an external source that causes or tries to cause the object to move. Applied forces can be in any direction. I used applied force to open and close the oven. The symbol used for applied force is an uppercase F and a lowercase a. Force is a vector that is the cause of acceleration or the cause of change in an object's motion. The SI unit for a force is a newton, and 1 newton equals 1 kilogram times meter per second squared. Force can be a direct contact force or can act over a distance, which is known as a field force. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law of motion applies to the cookie dough because when it is kneaded on the countertop, there is the downward force of your hands on the dough and the upward force from the counter. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
And that is the physics behind baking cookies.